Okay, then we are good to start. Thank you, Toastmaster Richard, for starting the meeting with such an exuberant note and setting the stage just perfect. And today, let's start the meeting with a thought. And how many of you are here SRK fan? Or at least like him somewhat.
Okay.
Okay. I see very few people, but then recently when I was scrolling through one of the LinkedIn posts, there was one thought he had shared that why is he so successful or why he is remembered or referred at so many places. And he said there is something unique about me that everybody struggles to get that opportunity. Everybody, all of us want an opportunity and we all struggle. But I work harder after getting that opportunity. Isn't it something beautiful that we all want to get an opportunity, but after getting that opportunity, we just take it for granted. We just take rest and whatnot. So let's start this day with this thought that if we are here, this is also like an opportunity. We all want to improve our communication skills. We are here. Let's not take this opportunity as granted. Let's take it and use it to our maximum advantage. So with this thought, I will announce today's meeting open. And today we have so many wonderful guests. So I would like to say hello to Toastmaster Hitendra, Toastmaster Janani. So before starting, we would like to know a little bit about yourself, if you could tell us a bit.
Sure. I'm Toastmaster Hitendra Malevar from I Speak Toastmasters Club. It is one of the Toastmasters Club at Intel here in India. I joined Toastmasters in 2019 and I have played the role of VP Education for a year and I'm the current president of the club. I enjoy a lot in Toastmasters. I feel I'm contributing somewhere at the same time improving myself. So it's glad, and this is today coming here in Speaker Squad Club as a Toastmaster of the day is also an attempt to improve myself and keep that continuous improvement going. That's all. Back to you, Toastmaster Jayanti.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hitendra. I do remember you in the TLI. I was thinking I had seen you somewhere, but now I recall you. You were introducing yourself as one of the clubs of Intel and you were the president. So good to have you here. And Toastmaster Janani, welcome. Would you like to tell us a bit about yourself?
Hi all, a very good morning. So myself Janani, I'm currently serving as the president for Toastmasters Amrita Bengaluru. So last week, I guess at the same day we had a leaders meeting with Speaker Squad, and it's amazing to be back here again after a week. So looking forward to the meeting.
Sure, Toastmaster Janani, it's so good to have you again in our club. I'm sure we all will have a good time. Now coming quickly to the announcements and then we'll just start the session. The first announcement is the Moments of Truth. We are going to conduct our Moments of Truth sometime today because you all will be receiving a form, a Google form. So feel free to provide your suggestions, your recommendation. If you feel good about something or you feel something can be improved, do not hesitate to provide your views. And then the second one is we will be having our club contest on 18th February, the next Saturday, and I'll announce the timings here. We have thought of keeping, it is going to be our regular time, 10 to 11 o'clock will be the speech contest, 11:15 to 12:15 will be the table topics, and then 12:30 to 1:30 will be the evaluation contest. So we will be announcing that time soon in the group, but announcing officially it here. Okay, so we are good to start now. I will quickly hand over the stage to Toastmaster Hitendra. Thank you for coming up here and taking up this role at the very end moment. We are so grateful to have you. Over to you, Toastmaster Hitendra. Hitendra, you are on mute.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jayanti, the presiding officer of the day. Once again, good morning to all of you. Please, all of you unmute and show some energy. Come on. If you can be on video, that's wonderful.
Good morning.
Good morning, all.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Wow, that's like speaker squad. And everybody coming together, talking together, speaking together, and with full energy. So let's maintain this energy all through this session today. And what a wonderful theme and week we have. Valentine's week. How many of you know there is something called Valentine's week also other than Valentine's Day? Raise your hands if you knew Valentine's week exists. Okay, so good. I'm not the only one, thank God. I didn't know there exists something called Valentine's week. And this morning when I was telling my wife, oh, I didn't know there is Valentine's week also. I knew only Valentine's Day. And she was like, what is this? There are so many WhatsApp messages around and you didn't know? Oh my God. And then I started digging a little bit further. How many of you know which day is what is, which day of the week is what day in the Valentine's week? Okay, first, let's see, when is the Valentine's week? When does it start? When does it end? Is it Monday to Sunday? Starting next week?
7 to 14.
Wow. Okay, Toastmaster Richa is all up to date on this. So let's see, maybe Toastmaster Richa, you can tell us what is the first day? 7th is?
Rose
I
Day.
honestly don't remember that
Wow.
what day, but I just know that it's from that to that.
Okay, that's perfect. Rose Day. Let's see, 8th day, 8th February. Who can tell?
Chocolate Day.
No?
Propose day.
Yes, Propose Day. That's great. 9th February.
Chocolate Day.
Yes, you love chocolate. Who is that speaking? Okay, fine. 9th, 10th. Come on, something
Teddy
that
Day.
Teddy Day. Yes, Teddy Day. That's great. 11th,
11th is Promise Day.
Promise Day. Wow, Promise Day. Great. 12th,
Propose.
There's also supposed to be some hug day.
No, it's already.
you are right. Absolutely right, Richa. Hug Day. Yes, your knowledge is great. You get 2 days right. That's good. 13th February.
Kiss Day.
Perfect. And 14th.
Valentine's Day.
Yes.
That's
Wow. You Speaker Squad knows everything about Valentine's week. That's great. Now, any idea why we don't have rest of the days? After Valentine's week, what happens next week?
It's Slap Day.
There is
You are on the
Really?
internet. I know you are on the internet. You are
there is
cheating.
that anti-Valentine's week as well, right?
Sorry, what was that, teacher?
Anti-Valentine's week.
Oh my God. Let's not go anti-Valentine's. Let's keep this with love.
Rest
and-
day.
Sorry, rest day. That's good. That's good. We'll hear more about what happens afterwards. But yes, Valentine's Day is an amazing tradition that has started long ago. I think in the year 496 it started, and it has come to a day where it's a $30 billion business or more than that. I may have not so up-to-date numbers, but it's almost a $30 billion business. But forget about the business. Valentine's, as we know, it's mostly the connotation is about people in romantic love or romantic relationship. However, it's not only that. There is another meaning to Valentine's, which is strength. And obviously, love definitely gives us a lot of strength. Having that feeling of someone loving and caring you is definitely great. And we'll hear more about the Valentine's Day or Valentine's week. Hopefully there won't be any Valentine's year for sure. More in this session. Let's get started with today's session. Last but not the least, general evaluation. which helps us improve continuously, helps the club improve continuously, and also its members. And for the general evaluation section, today we have someone who is data engineer by profession, passionate about sports, and loves solving puzzles. She's a Toastmaster since 2018 and has served as the SAA VP Education and President of Morgan Stanley Club in the past. And she is also currently the Area Director of Area D1. So let's welcome on stage General Evaluator of the Day, Toastmaster Richa, to explain the general evaluation process. Toastmaster Richa.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Hitendra. Hi, everyone. As introduced by Toastmaster Hitendra, the general evaluation section, I do not see any non-Toastmasters here, but yes, it is where we get evaluation. Now the contest season is coming up. You'll hear a lot of this words judging, right? That's where in a contest, we actually will get judged and ranked. You will be rated against some other Toastmaster who will be competing with you. But here in a regular meeting, we do not have judgments, but we have evaluations. We have feedback where we get to know what we do well, what we can improve on, right? And there's no competition between anyone. It's just you work on yourself, compete with the previous version of yourself. Just think of improving. With that, let us see who are our evaluators for the day. And we don't, in Toastmaster, we don't just have one way evaluation. We have a wholesome evaluation, and I have a team who will help me out with the evaluation. The first one being a timer for today, Toastmaster Garima. Would you like to go ahead and introduce your role? You might want to unmute yourself.
Okay, I am okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Richa. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the meeting. As a timer for today, I'll be keeping track of the timing for speeches and table topic. As you all know, since you have already been into this club for a long time, timer for speeches, it's 5 minutes is a normal time. And I'll be displaying a card at 6 minutes for yellow card and 7 minutes when it is a red card, and that means you will have to stop continuing. And for table topic, it will be total 1 to 2 minutes. For one minute, I'll be displaying green card, 1.5 yellow, and red card at 2 minutes. Yeah, that's it from my end.
There's evaluation as well, Toastmaster Garima, which is 2 minutes green card, 2.5 yellow card, and 3 minutes
for
evaluation section.
Yes.
Just to know, all of them will get 30-second grace period. Yeah, each speaker will get a 30-second grace period where they'll have to wrap up their speech within that time. Toastmaster Garima, would you be able to show a demo of the background changes, even if one card?
Yes, just a minute, one.
Perfect. So for all this, that's the signal. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Garima.
Yeah. Okay.
I would now like to call upon our second role taker or my team for the day, which is Toastmaster Priya, the accounter for today. Priya, would you go ahead and introduce your role?
Thank you, Toastmaster Richa. As an accountant, my role is to keep track of the clutch words and unnecessary words that we have a very much tendency to use it while giving or delivering a speech. So words like so, but, and so I'll keep this track on these usage of the words and then present my report at the end of the meeting when called upon by general evaluator. Over to you, Toastmaster Richa.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priya. I would now like to call upon my third musketeer for today, Toastmaster Jayanti, who will play the grammarian role. Over to you, Toastmaster Jayanti.
Thank you, Toastmaster Richa. Before I introduce my role, I would like to tell you all why grammar is important. It is because we want to put our message in a correct form, in a correct way to the correct audience. I remember a time when there was one of my friend, he was telling me, he wanted to ask me, have I eaten already? He was going to ask me, have you eaten? So he should have used the word eaten, but he was telling me, eat, eat, eat. I was like, what? I have already eaten. Why would I eat again? And then I said, what do you want to ask? Then he said, completed. I said, yes, yes. So that is why grammar is important. And today I will take note of all of your language usage. If you use any outstanding words or quotes, or if anything that can be corrected. And as a grammarian's duty, I will be introducing the word of the day and idiom of the day. The word of the day, as you can see on my screen behind, the word of the day is idyllic, which means extremely happy, peaceful. Some of the synonyms are wonderful, blissful. And one example could be, we always have a choice to turn our mood into an idyllic one. And the phrase of the day or the idiom of the day is, your guess is as good as mine. And which means, I don't know. Let's say your interviewer asks, can you guess, Jayanti, what is the correct answer? I may not say it on his face, but what my thought would be, your guess is as good as mine, which means I don't know. So with this, the word of the day, the phrase of the day, I will be putting in the chat box, and I would encourage all of the role takers, speakers to use them. With that, I hand over the stage to Toastmaster Richa.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jayanti, for introducing the word of the day and the phrase of the day. Let's use the words idyllic and your guess is as good as mine as much as we can throughout the meeting. That's not all for the role takers or the evaluators for our meeting. We also have a one-on-one evaluation for a prepared speaker, which will be delivered by the speech evaluator at the end of the meeting, that is in the general evaluation section, along with my report. That is how the meeting was overall. And I hope it is idyllic, that we all are extremely happy about it at the end of it. With that, let's see what our Toastmaster of the day has in store for us in this Valentine's week themed meeting.
Valentine's week. Amazing introduction to the section, and I'm sure this will help us on our toast to improve continuously. With that, let's get into first section, prepared speeches. We have one prepared speech today by Toastmaster Richard. And before he comes on the stage, I would like his speech evaluator, as Richa said, one-on-one speech evaluation. His speech evaluator, Toastmaster Janani, on the stage. And Toastmaster Janani is a person who is figuring out life by being clueless. She loves to run
Indra. A very good morning to Toastmasters and a very special good morning to my target speaker, Toastmaster Richard. Toastmaster Richard is giving us L1 P2 in researching and presenting. The purpose of this speech is for the speaker to review or learn the basic research methods of
Thank you, Toastmaster Janani. Now a question to all. Looking at Richard, what is the first thing you can guess about him?
We all know he's a fitness enthusiast.
Oh, you all know. You disappointed me. Okay, yes, he is a fitness person, and he is currently training for a marathon by running 5 kilometers every day. I made it 5 kilometers today jogging. Okay, I was lucky. It was my good day today. 5 kilometers every day, and he loves cold showers as his best friends are adversity, pain, and struggle. Interesting. His favorite quote is, "There is no better way to grow as a person than to do something you hate every day." Wow, that's a lot. We'll probably talk more about that, but let's welcome on stage Toastmaster Richard. If a man knows not to which port he sells, no wind is favorable. If a man knows not to which port he sells, no wind is favorable. Toastmaster Richard.
2014, I was so idyllic because I graduated from college. I got my first job in Australian New Zealand Bank. And soon after a year, I quit my job in order to move to the land of desert because I wanted to mint money. And on 1st December 2015, I came back from Dubai, jobless, aimless, and powerless. And the next 6 months, I was in the job hunt. And the worst thing that happened to me was my mother was going to work and I was sitting at home, eating, sleeping, and watching television. And this was also the best thing that happened to me. And on 1st of June, I got an interview call from HSBC. 14th of July 2016 was my first day in HSBC at a starting level as an analyst. I told myself, as soon as my tenure gets over, I will apply for an internal job promotion. And I did. On 1st of October 2017, I got promoted as a senior analyst, as a GCB 7. From 8, I moved to 7. And back then, there was my AVP, who is known as Vinay. On a beautiful evening, we were having a cup of tea. And he told me, "Richard, I want to give you a tip which will serve you best for the rest of your life in your corporate career." What was that, sir? Said, 3 things you need to keep in mind while applying for a job or a promotion. What's that? He said, money, which goes without saying what it is, Richard. Number 2 is position, AVP, manager, analyst, senior analyst. Okay, what is the last one? Role. Some people want to get into analytics. Some people want to get into CDD, KYC, or some people want to get into compliance. That's great, but how do I apply this? I'm not understanding where you're going with this. He said, always know what's your priority. What's your first priority, Richard? Position. I want to get to a managerial level, AVP level. That's great. You know where you want to go. What's your second priority? Role, because I want to learn and grow into a particular domain which helps me. That's great. The last is obviously money. Like, that's great. And I think I can apply this somewhere. Let me see what I can do. Now, my tenure as a GCB 7 got over, which meant I need to apply for a GCB 6. So I applied for 2 roles. One was in compliance, one was in external investigative reporting. And your guess is as good as mine. I got both the roles, but I don't know which role to take. So I applied this theory, which was presented to me by Mr. Vinay. I got the role, the position, both were giving me managerial position. Now I don't know which one to pick. Now, which role should I take? I always swayed towards compliance because it was connected to CDD, which I was previously part of. So I swayed more towards compliance. Now the breakthrough here was compliance was giving me laptop, which external investigative team report were not giving me a laptop. So, and money comes later stage, but as an IJP, we don't know how much money they're going to give us. So it never really bothered me. So I went towards compliance. I finished my tenure as a GCP6 manager. And on 1st of November 2021, I got promoted as an assistant vice president. Now, many people do come to me and ask me, what do you do? Because within 5 years, I moved from GCP 8 as an analyst to an AVP, which is a big deal in itself. And I tell them simple things. Get your CV written by a professional. It may take 1,000 rupees, but it's a wise investment. Number 2, your CV should not be more than 2 pages. If it's up to me, I will say just 1 page. It doesn't matter if it's 10 years, 15 years, 20 years of experience, keep it to 1 page. Always people give me gyan by saying, don't judge a book by its cover. As a hiring manager now, I always say, I judge a book by its cover. When I get 100, 200 CVs, I don't have time to sit and read 3-4 pages. A CV should be simplified, sorted, refined, and if I have to say something, add a picture to your CV. Last but not the least, I would say, prepare for interviews as and when you're applying for a role. My suggestion, prepare 3 months well in advance before you apply for a role. It helps a lot. Now, my next role is a GCB4, which is a president. And I will be completing my tenure on 30th of June 2023. And I know the last ladder in corporate is managing people, which means I've started reading books about leadership. And I want to put that into practice. I've joined Toastmasters Club again. I've taken up a few roles in club officer roles. I want to get into mentorship, which will shape me into getting a GCB4 role as a president. So these are the things one needs to do in order to climb up the ladder in corporate life, because in 2 to 3 years time, I want to quit this space by achieving everything I could. And as always say, people say hard work is everything. Hard work alone isn't sufficient. Direction matters too. Many people are running nowhere. They are going nowhere. That's why I love the quote by Seneca, who says, if a man knows not to which port he sails to, no wind is favorable. Thank you.
What a wonderful speech. Please give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Richard. Please unmute and give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Richard. Really amazing speech. And I'm sure you have inspired all of us to first go and look at our resumes and make sure it's single page. The great achievements, Toastmaster Richard. Thank you for selling us through your journey in the corporate career. With that, let's come back to our Valentine's week. Valentine's Day is coming close, and red roses have great importance. 8 rupees rose becomes 50 rupees, 100 rupees, and those 50 paisa thermocol balls on top of it make it 400 rupees. Isn't it amazing? So let's understand, how many of you know there is some meaning to the roses, color of roses also? Red, everybody knows. Love. Wow. Any other colors anybody knows?
White, yellow.
White for peace.
Wow.
Yellow,
White
I
for
guess,
peace
for
or sympathy. Great.
Green.
yellow, I guess.
Friendship.
Yellow for friendship. Okay,
Yeah,
great. Let's
friendship,
see which
correct.
color is not called out. How about pink?
Pink.
happiness. See, people are blushing right away the moment I say. Everybody's happy. Good. How about purple? Purple is for royalty. And somebody said green. I think Toastmaster Vishnu, you said green.
Yeah.
Can you please explain what is green?
As far as I know, this is based on my school knowledge, which means that the guy or girl is about to propose. I don't know how far it's true.
Wow, man. I don't even know green rose exists. And you are at this knowledge that too you're telling about school days.
Yeah.
Wow. Hats off to you, man. Great.
Yes.
So let's now talk about colors, right? How about gifts? See, your poster has quite a few gifts. What other gifts people give during this Valentine's week?
iPhones.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm not going to talk about gifts. You're going to empty my pocket right away. Let's move on. Let's move on. Tell me now, who gains the most during the Valentine's week? Who gets most of the gifts in the overall population? Any guesses?
I think the most is gained by the shopkeepers.
For sure. But who gets the gifts?
Girls.
What? Okay, so it's 59% of the gifts are bought for spouses. And whopping 85% of the gifts are purchased by parents for their kids. Isn't it amazing? So kids are making the most of this Valentine's week. With that, let's get to our next session, table topics. And we have a wonderful table topic master today. She's a data scientist by profession and enjoys listening to podcasts and reading books. Let's welcome on stage with big hands our table topic master of the day, Toastmaster Shweta.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Shweta Valke, and I'll be your
Shweta, you are echoing. Do you have two devices turned on? Can you disconnect audio from the other device?
No, I'm
Your voice is echoing.
Okay, let me.
Is that just me or others also feel the same?
No, it's echoing.
No, it is echoing.
You're on mute. No, I can't hear you. Maybe you need to change the input from your laptop.
Hello.
Can you be a little louder?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Sorry for the interruption. So, as I was saying, I'll be your table topic master for today. So, for those who are not familiar, the table topic portion of the meeting is an opportunity for our members to practice their impromptu speaking skills. I have prepared few questions related to Valentine's week. So I'll be asking you to volunteer. So if you don't volunteer, I'll have to randomly pick you, and you'll have to speak for 1 or 2 minutes for table topic I present. So are you ready to get started?
Yes, we see people turning on their videos for table topics. So go ahead.
Great, let's begin. So who will be my first volunteer?
Can I?
Okay. So your topic is, what is your favorite love story, real or fictional? What is your favorite love story, real or fictional?
I believe in reality. I believe in natural things. Whatever works for me is going to be the best one for others as well, because I project reality. I convey real stories to others. I strongly believe in real stories, especially the love stories which are connected to my favorite food. To me, love is all about my favorite food. recipes, and different dishes. When I'm tasting a different dish for the very first time, I fall in love with a particular food. I emote a lot of emotions. I share my feelings with people around me, which prompts me to connect and share the food with others as well. And the moment they taste it, they post it on Instagram, Facebook, or whatever the social media, you name it, they are ready to tell that, hey, Vishnu has got the best ordering capability when it comes to ordering new food. That's the point of the reality, right? And even if you give me any food, be it north, south, east, west, or whatever the direction you name it, I'm ready to taste new things in my life and project real stories. And when it comes to my home, I'll be the first person to run to the kitchen and taste what the mom is cooking and share, Mom, I think this is the reality which we're living in. Whatever you cook is going to work for me because that's a healthy food as well. So love stories is not about fictional. It can happen in movies like Bahubali or Vikram Vedha, but it is just a 3 hours ride. But in reality, to me, food projects a lot of reality. And this year, as usual, my Valentine is going to be the food which I'm not going to order next time because I'm always a curious person. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishnu, for sharing your love story with food. So who would like to go next? Okay, Rita. So your topic is, what is the most romantic thing someone has ever done for you? What's the most romantic thing someone has ever done for you?
Hi everyone. With the Valentine's week in there, I know everyone is thinking about love, romance, and all that. But here, the thought: what do every single person do during this time of the week? Have you ever thought how tough it would be for them, thinking that, oh my God, again that week of the year when you need to show off that you have someone to spend time with, but you don't, right? I see Toastmaster Janani laughing with all her teeth out. I'm not sure whether you're thinking of some time back or this Valentine's week, but hey, doesn't matter whichever side of the scale do you belong to. Yeah. But yeah, so in that thinking, what's the most romantic thing someone has ever done for me? The memories are clouded, shrouded in mystery. So here I am thinking, why wait for someone to do something so good for you? Why not treat yourself the way you would wish someone else come and do it for you? So here I am, probably trying to turn around my thought process in the last few months or maybe a year or so, trying to make sure that the first thing or the most romantic things I could do for anyone or someone could do for me, I do it for myself first. So it could be that going out, hitting the gym, learning something I really wanted to learn, like swimming, maybe going out, meeting friends more often, for doesn't matter, for a coffee date, for brunch. Started to do, maybe read a few books and all of that. Why not this Valentine's Day? If you're single, doesn't matter, do not wait for someone to come and do the romantic things for you. Go ahead, try it out, give yourself the go out on a date with yourself. With that, back to you, Toastmaster Shweta.
Thank you, Toastmaster Richa, for sharing such a great message. I think self-love is the greatest love. is the learning for us. Okay, who would like to go next? Piru, would you like to go? You are joining us after a long time.
Let's ask our guests today, Toastmaster Janani.
Okay. Okay, let's ask Toastmaster Journey to speak. So your topic is, what should I give you? What is your definition of true love? Toastmaster Journey, your topic is, what is your definition of true love?
So last Wednesday we had a meeting in our club, the real me. The main purpose of having that theme is, for example, when we portray ourselves being someone else to other, when you don't actually mean what you are, when you're trying to wear a mask in front of you, the real me, not the smartphones which we have these days, which is just to ruin our lives at times, but we do have a mask in front of us. We are not ourselves. When you see someone, if you see, okay, that is something really cool, I would also love to do that. But are you really happy within yourself? Or are you just portraying that you are trying to be happy? Just like how we show on social media that hashtag my love and everything. Do you actually mean it, or are you just making it to flaunt in front of others? Is a question. So that was the topic which I would like to relate to the question that you asked me, the definition of true love. Do something which you love. It might be as lame as it is. For example, today you got a green dress and you posted an Insta hashtag I got a new dress. It might not be something great for someone else, but it is great for you. And that is something you love. Maybe you got it in your first salary. For example, for me, in my 10th grade, I got rupees 2000 from my chairman for the academics. It's not something great, but it is great for me, which I would like to flaunt even now because that is true love for me. So it can be for anything, not just Valentine's or anything. True love for something, do not hesitate what others will think. If you love it, when you start opening up and telling to people why do you love it, sometimes they really wonder, wow, this is it. And there are people who might not like it, and that's totally you. At the end of the day, all of us are just humans. All of us have different mindsets. So that is true love. Just do what you love. That's all. Back to the DTM.
Thank you, Toastmaster Journey. I think there is nothing wrong or right. So your definition is your definition, and I think you shared a wonderful message that being vulnerable and show doing what you are proud of. I think that is also a true love. Okay, so who I think we can have one more person. So who'd like to go next?
Pick anyone.
Okay, so I would like to hear from our TMOD for today, Toastmaster Hitendra. So your topic is, what is your idea of perfect romantic date? Your topic is, what is your idea of perfect romantic date?
My knowledge about Valentine's Day or Valentine's Week is equal to what I learned yesterday and today for this session. That to coming to know Valentine's Week is there only this morning, just half an hour before the session. And you are asking me what is my idea of the most romantic date. Wow. Okay, let me share something in my own life. 31st January 2009, me and my wife, we got engaged. Valentine's Day, 14th Feb, all the fever, newly engaged. I don't know why our engagement happened on 31st Jan. Ideally, it should have been on 14th Feb. The reason you'll get to know shortly. But anyways, so I decided to give a surprise to my to-be wife. After 31st Jan, I returned back to Bangalore probably after 3-4 days. And I was back in Nagpur. I'm from Nagpur, Maharashtra. I flew back just for the Valentine's Day. And early morning, 7 o'clock, I was at the doorstep of my wife with a gift, my to-be wife, with a gift with a beautiful dress and flowers. And I requested my in-laws permission to spend the day with her. Thankfully, I got the permission, but not immediately because there was some rituals going on in the home. And they finished the rituals. After that, I was able to spend that whole day with my wife, to-be wife, Avika. And even today, it's almost 14th year of our marriage. We are living happily. If that calls for a romantic day, yes, that was a romantic date for me. And I can never forget that in my life. That's all I would like to say. Back to you, Table Topic Master Shweta.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hitendra, for sharing such a wonderful memory. Timer, do we have time for one more, or should I wrap up?
I think we can go ahead, right? With one more.
Okay. So, who would like to go next? Come on, people. Okay. Toastmaster Jayanti, I pick you. So your topic is how to handle disappointment or rejection in matters of heart. Your topic is how to handle disappointment or rejection in matters of heart.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shweta. I'm wondering, everyone got so beautiful, romantic, love-related topic, and something came to me is how to handle heartbreaks. First of all, I would like to say, if you ask me how to handle heartbreaks, well, I am one experienced person, and it does not feel nice when somebody breaks our heart. And the reason could be many things. It's not always somebody intentionally tries to hurt people. It could be something mutually decided. So every time, heartbreak doesn't always have to be one person, could be one incident, could be your manager, could be your loved one. So every time you feel hurt, introspect within yourself what has gone wrong and if something could be improved. Give yourself some time, do things that you like. It takes some time, but there is always hope that you will recover. So that would be my advice to people who are going through heartbreaks or will go through heartbreaks or has already gone. So from me, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Jayanti. And thank you to all the speakers for sharing their thoughts and experience on love and relationship. You have done a fantastic job, and I hope you have all enjoyed this opportunity to practice your impromptu speaking skills. So that concludes our Valentine's Week themed table topic portion of the meeting. Thank you again, and I hope you have a great Valentine's Week filled with love and happiness. Thank you. Back to you, to TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shweta. I know you have been not completely successful in uncovering all the requests, but still great attempt. Thank you. Thank you so much for the great topics. And listening to table topics, I'm sure your guess is as good as mine on the particular food Toastmaster Vishnu was talking about. He said so many times about testing the food, this and that, but he never disclosed the delicacy what